Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I think just take a moment to highlight what a beautiful sword this is. Look at that baby. So this is actually the Azure Star Dragon Dance, which you can get from one of the event quests in the game. That event quest has a full armor set and 2 weapons attached to it. One of which is heralded as the strongest water element bow in the game, so long as you're okay with the spread shot. This, I think, might be the best water sword in the game. I put Water Boost 4 on it, because the way that my armor set is spec'd out, I'll be hitting 55% affinity on non-weak points, and 100% affinity on weak points. So I'm pretty sure that I don't need to keep putting points into maximum might, so yeah. I'd also like to point out what an edgelordy weapon pose this is. I mean, on top of the idea that I'm using a layered armor set that looks just a little bit like White Ninja. But for what it's worth, the pose options with this weapon are all kind of silly. Like, especially this one, which is channeling the, like, what is that supposed to be, like a kabuki dancer pose? But I mean, all the others are just like crouching and trying to look cool with the weapon. That one, and then the kabuki pose, which out of nowhere. So take that with a grain of salt. But let's move on to today's hunting target, which is going to be the electric Tobi-Kadachi. So red skies at night is Rathlos. I just had to remind myself of that.
Good luck out there.
Alright, so we have Booster, Fighter, and Defender. Now, Tobi-Kadachi is one of those, like, speedy monsters, so it makes sense to take with you a set that lets you keep up with him. And he's not so speedy that you're going to have trouble landing blows necessarily, but he's no slouch. I would say in comparison, he's quick, but he's no Nargacuga.
Ready for anything.
Alright, so let's go ahead and dose up. Which, yes, sounds a little suspect when you think about it, but, you know, that's why you just don't think about it. And we are going to take the secret route. Now, the fact of the matter is, this isn't like a super huge secret, but I mean, it doesn't appear on the map either, so take it for what it's worth. Now, this is a monster that was first introduced in Monster Hunter World. Oh, that was poorly timed counterattack there. That was not a poorly timed counterattack. And timing was a little off there. There we go. But as you can see, it's a smaller, more sleek monster. My timing is all off. But I mean, I am still recording this on the same day where I was talking about having anxiety problems. So yeah, things haven't exactly changed yet. Now, to be fair, this version of Tobi-Kadachi is kind of a shell of his former self in the world, but at the same time, I was never the biggest fan of Tobi-Kadachi. It's like a monster that's like filler on a rock album there, but it's not anything that you look at and go, yeah, that needs to be. Also, I'm not very good at fighting Tobi-Kadachi.
You're my best pal.
And I think that's mostly because its moves are hard, like which move it's going to use is hard to identify at any given time. Now, some of you might not have a problem with it, but you're probably more practiced with Tobi than I am. Like there, I was having a hard time telling if it was even going for an attack or if it was just making noise at it.
Doing great.
I suppose if what makes him fast and dangerous is the idea that you're not sure what he's going to be doing at any given time, that's less of the monster being quick and dangerous as it is the monster's being awkward and hard to read. Which, granted, being hard to read isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, not every monster needs to be like, you know, Anjanath level. I feel that between the PC release and the Switch release, Anjanath got harder. And you know what? I'm fine with that.
Too easy. Better follow it.
Now, I know that Tobi-Kadachi has a subspecies from World, and its name is... Its name is Other Tobi-Kadachi, how about that? No, sorry, I don't know its name. It's... All I know is that it exists. How dare you! Oh, it's already ready for capture, huh? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of capturing monsters. I thought... Well... Remember what I said? I wasn't very good at fighting Tobi-Kadachi? That should be your first hint.
I'll be back.
I mean, yes, it could just be that my mind isn't in a very good spot right now, and I'm not super clear on my own thoughts. But typically I can kind of run Monster Hunter almost on autopilot, so I'm going to chalk that up to hubris because I knew I needed to, and I just didn't.
Don't take this personal.
Yeah, bitch, don't take this personal. Although, that knockout that you did on me, trust me, I'm taking that personal. Because you are a bastard.
No problem.
And there we go. Perfect way to finish that hunt.
Piece of cake.
But yeah, my feelings on Tobi-Kadachi are that I don't necessarily hate the monster. It just feels like they tried to take the concept of Zinogre and the concept of Nargacuga and put them together, and it didn't quite have, to me, the staying power of either. Now, granted, both of the other two are flagship monsters, or at least I think Nargacuga is a flagship monster. So, yeah, they were designed to be bombastic and memorable. And even if Nargacuga wasn't necessarily a flagship monster, it's definitely treated as if it is. And quite frankly, who doesn't love the idea of a Ninja Panther? And a lot of people really like the Nargacuga concept. Many people that I've talked to praise Nargacuga as being the monster that taught them how to dodge. Because frankly, if you're not dodging against Nargacuga, then you're getting carded. And that's just all there is to it. Nargacuga is fast and aggressive, and it doesn't let you forget that. Zinogre is bombastic and powerful and just brings with it the air of pride and power. And then Tobi-Kadachi is, I mean, in my opinion, kind of like a spoiled, petulant trust fund kid in comparison. But its armor set has some really good pieces, so I'd still say Tobi-Kadachi is a worthy addition. Just don't expect it to be as memorable as Zinogre or Nargacuga. Like, you can't even sever its tail. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? That is my hunt against Nargacuga, and me showing off this water longsword set that I just put together. So, if you like what you saw, then subscribe to the channel to see more of it. Drop a comment, let me know how I'm doing. Maybe help validate a guy whose anxieties are getting the better of him right now. I know that's a really greedy thing to ask, but, I mean, sorry, that's just where I'm at right now. So, until next time, my name is Dark Sage Walker.
Later.
And we will be seeing you.